and I'm a head designer based in London. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first video of the year and I'm really excited. There will be a lot of videos this year. I have already planned a lot of webinars, a lot of videos, a lot of subjects to cover. So please, if you are new to my channel or if you watched my videos previously and you like them and if you would like to learn more, please hit that subscribe button and this bell notification button next to it so you don't miss out on my next videos, and it will also help a lot to my channel and to other people to discover these videos and benefit from them and learn new skills. Thank you for that. So now let's begin. Today we're going to be talking about Sinamay straw. This is one of the best materials, one of the most amazing material to work with. And all my students who came to my classes for a fascinator hat workshop or for making Sinamay straw hats, all of them said what a fun material and how amazing it is and easy to work with it. So it is indeed very easy material to work with, and but there are a few things that you might want to know that will make the work easier and that will maybe explain why things not really working out or why it takes longer to achieve certain goals or certain designs that you would like to create. So let's start with the basics. What is Sinamay straw? Sinamay straw is a woven fabric, and that's very much important to understand woven, which gives a lot of opportunities that other straws that woven in cones, such as, let me get one like this. You see this, it's also woven material, but it's woven in a particular shape, which is great if you're blocking a hat with a crown and a brim. It will make your life so much easier. But if you would like to create something relatively flat, this is mission, I wouldn't say impossible, but it would be really hard to achieve flat surfaces. So hello everyone who just joined, and well, if you have any comments or any questions, do type them here and I will try to reply either at the end of this webinar or I will reply in the comments below later, depending how much time we're going to have and if I would be able to read the messages. Michelle Flowers, hello. I hope I pronounced your names correctly. Craft Millinery, hello. Very nice to meet all of you. Mariana Halkander, sorry, I can't see, I need my glasses. Message restricted, something is, I can't read the message, unfortunately. Okay, so hello everyone who's joining us, and so let's start. Sinamay straw, as I said, it's a woven fabric, and it's woven, like any woven fabric, it's woven in meters, which obviously gives the possibility of making not just flat surfaces, but making bigger decorations, bigger shapes, because it's woven in meters. Craft Milliner, nice to meet you too. Thank you, that's really sweet. Okay, I will be jumping from subject to subject. This is my brain, it's really can't focus on one thing, so I'm sorry in advance. Okay, so I have some examples of Sinamay straws here. And before that, so it's a woven material. It's a woven material. It is made of a baka palm tree. So it's a palm tree, banana palm tree, which is even more significant because imagine this is a banana. It is made of banana fiber, which is extracted from banana leaf. Then it goes through the processes of washing, drying, and so on, and then it dries. And then it is woven as a material, and then it goes into dyeing process. So because it's a natural material, it has it's really easy to dye this fabric. That's why there's so many amazing shades that you can buy and purchase from your local supplier, or you can dye the Sinamay yourself. Very easy to do, such a great material. We might cover it in some other video if there will be demand for that. Yeah, so here I have some examples of different colors. This is from Trimming Company, UK supplier. So because I'm based in the UK, obviously I do purchase from local suppliers, but they do ship worldwide if you're interested to purchase from them. So you can see this is just one supplier. How many colors? This is Parkin Fabrics. You can also buy samples from them, from the suppliers, so that next time when you're trying to color match a Sinamay straw, you have a sample so you can see it. Because when you look for the colors online, they're not always the same shade, because let's face it, it's really hard to photograph exact same shade and place the photo online. So having these samples actually help. So you see, this is another suppliers and how many colors. And this is Petersham's. Also, you can see how many amazing colors they have. So what I'm trying to say, that Sinamay, because it's a natural fabric, it's really easy to dye. Hence, you can color match easily hat to any outfit. So this is about the colors. Another benefit of being natural is that it's really easy to work with it. It behaves like a straw. Obviously, it is a straw. So what I'm trying to say. Okay, the different qualities of Sinamay. Let's go with that. Different qualities is the way, first of all, is how fine the fiber itself is. Some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner, some of them are finer. Also quality of weave. Some of them are woven tighter and some of them are looser. So working with loose fabric, loose weave, this is an example of the loose weave. You can see that it behaves quite you know, it's easy to stretch and it's not as solid, and also the weave is not as straight. You can see that the yarns, they go like like a wave, sort of. A tighter, more quality weave is this. You can see that it's much tighter, right there, much tighter, and really perfect, wonderful weave. This is quite important when you make hats, especially if you're making hats for your clients, high quality, and everything is bespoke, so you want to get the best materials. If you're making hats for yourself and you don't really mind of the quality, you can go for this one. They're usually cheaper, more affordable. These are also great for practicing. So for example, if you don't want to invest a lot of money in Sinamay straws while you're learning, this, I would say it's like a second grade, would be a perfect option for you to purchase and learn and practice. Another type of Sinamay straw is this. This is called Pinnock Pock, and it's also Sinamay straw, but it's much finer. So you can, I hope you can see that it looks a bit like silk, and it has its really nice sheen. You see how it shines nicely? It's because how the fiber is made and processed. And also the weave is much, much tighter than other Sinamay straws, you see? Really tight. So because it's so tight, it's slightly harder to manipulate the material and block it, because there's not much room for stretching and moving the material. But and with this type of Sinamay straw, because it's slightly, the weave is slightly looser, see, you can stretch it a bit easier. But the difference is that the the final look of the pinnock pock is always so much nicer. So sometimes when you create bespoke hats, you might block several layers underneath using regular Sinamay straw, and then the final layer is of pinnock pock because it's like twice more expensive and a bit harder to block because of the structure. So for example, this hat is covered with a pinnock pock, and the decoration is also made of pinnock pock, and you can see how fine a finish look. And the best thing is that you can't really see through. I mean, if your design is to create sort of like a transparency of a hat, like I have an example here, like this one, you can see through. There are 2 layers of Sinamay and you can see through. I personally, for example, don't like transparency, so that's why I would cover the top with a pinnock pock to create the solid texture, and it also looks much nicer, more expensive, richer, and more bespoke. But this is my personal opinion. If you like Sinamay straw and transparency, this is what you need, and this is what you create. All of that is very personal choice. So I would just like to tell you about the materials, and then you decide how and what you make. So, Sinamay straw. So the major suppliers are located in Philippines. Yes, in Philippines. Yes, sorry. And that's where the palm tree abaca grows. I guess the climate is the best there, so most of the producers of these materials are located there. When blocking Sinamay straw, you would like to use at least 2 layers, minimum 2 layers, because otherwise the material, I mean, it's quite soft. So you need 2 layers and ideally 3, sometimes 4. The more the better. If you want the structure to be very, very strong, then you use several layers. And then the more layers you do, the less transparent the material becomes as well. So if you don't like the transparency, you just add more layers. Sometimes you can just combine different colors, like, I don't know, fuchsia and pink, right? So if I put one on top of another, it's like a color wheel. So you can combine different colors to achieve different color shades. Or there's so many different types of Sinamay with metallic thread, latex thread, combination of other materials inside. Let me just show you the example. Well, this is, for example, Sinamay straw with chess pattern. So this is perfect, for example, if you would like to create some sort of decoration on top of hat, like this. That might look really nice, right? So you can see the color underneath. And they also come in different colors, these ones. This one is with a latex thread. It's a bit too shiny for my taste, but if you put it in between the layers, right, it's not as shiny, but it creates a really nice effect. So you can even put 2 layers on top if you don't like it to be too shiny, or just 1 layer if you want it to shine. So there are many options of what you can do. Just go online on one of the suppliers, discover the whole range of materials. They also come with different prints, like animal print or patterns, which are quite amazing, and you can do so many wonderful things with them. There's also non-woven Sinamay. It's pressed Sinamay. Sometimes you can find them used for flower decoration. This is actually a wonderful free source of Sinamay straw material if you see it in arrangement of a flower bouquet. So this is pressed material. It's a bit different way, not a bit, it's quite a different way of how you block this one. So, any questions so far? Please let me know so I can answer maybe in the meantime or as I go. Another very important thing in Sinamay straws, and I would say this is the core, is basics of the basics, and you have to know that, is because it's a woven material, it has stretchy, non-stretchy sides. So non-stretchy sides is when, let me show you on this example, if you can see, non-stretchy sides is when yarns crisscross themselves like this. So if you stretch, nothing is going to happen, right? But on a diagonal like that, see? This is called bias. It's not just in Sinamay, it's in any woven fabric. Bias is the stretchiest part of any woven fabric, including Sinamay. So what happens when you stretch, you see it moves. It moves. And this is the most important part, because when you block or when you create decorations, bias is the most important thing to remember. This is how you create decorations. This is how you create shapes on the bias. It's also very much important, especially blocking brim hats, because with the brims is relatively easy because it's like sort of like a flat area. But with the crowns, because of their shape and curves, you have to learn how to stretch and manipulate straw using the benefit of bias, so that you can stretch the material and create the most finest blocking surface. For example, here, this is all stretched on the bias, but you see, because I knew that and I stretched accordingly, I did not end up with a lot of folds. So this is how you, this is why you have to learn about what bias mean and how to manipulate the straw based on straight sides of the material right here, or on the bias when you can manipulate it to the right and to the left and stretch it the way that it's flat. For that, this type of tutorial I have, I'll leave the link in the description below. For those who don't know, maybe there is an amazing magazine. It's called Hat Talk magazine. It's an online magazine where there's so many amazing information about hat making, and it's absolutely perfect for beginners and intermediate and professional designers, because there is the best part of it. It has the project directory where so many designers from all over the world share their skills and knowledge of different techniques. And as a tutor for this magazine, I have a tutorial about how to block Sinamay straw hats, including how to stretch the crown in order to achieve such a lovely and amazing smooth surface. So for my followers, I have 20% discount for a subscription. It will be below in the description of this video later when the video is finished. So please subscribe, benefit. You will be amazed how many wonderful tutorials you can find there. So going on next. Another most important thing in Sinamay straws is water. Water is the best. Water is what you need, because straw, when it's dry, it's really easy to break. And also when straw is dry, you can't really manipulate it that much. It's not really giving. But when you apply water and during blocking, water is the most amazing, important thing. It makes Sinamay so soft that it becomes like a cloth. And no matter what you do, no matter how hard you stretch the fabric, you will not break it. So while it's wet, you can do whatever you want and nothing will happen to this material. And that's amazing. You can see. It's also very stretchy. It's also very pliable. It's also very giving. Once it starts drying, the flexibility goes away. You can just compare. This is wet and this is dry. So you see, this is like a cloth, and this one is it's like a paper. Can't really do anything with it. See, this is dry and this is wet. So during blocking, apply water and keep the material wet at all times. Once you finish with blocking, then you stop. But once the material dries, you really lose this flexibility that helps to create really much better results and create decorations. But what's also important to know is that you apply a lot of water for blocking. It really has to be wet. But for the decorations, you apply a little bit of water, because if it's too wet, it always goes back to its shape. It doesn't keep the shape because it's too flexible. So you have to moderate the amount of water and apply much less than for blocking. That's why I usually have two sprays. One regular spray that, it's for sort of like for more amount of water, and this is much a finer spray. This is, you can purchase this online, or traveling kits. They usually have small bottles. This is perfect because it just extracts a little bit of water. Really, really fine spray. So another important thing is, okay, the beauty of the bias. You see, this is cut on the bias. This is cut on the bias to create a bias strip. What is bias strip? Is something that you cover the wire on the edge, or you also can create decorations like here. You see, this is bias strip. You can also manipulate it and create curls and twist it, and can be a really lovely decoration. So another beauty of the bias is that because it's on a diagonal, and if I apply a little bit of water just to soften the straw, not too much, and then I stretch it, and then the bias strip stretches. This is something you won't be able to do if you cut it on straight line, but if you cut it on the bias, you can stretch material easily, and it becomes longer and finer. So this is what we're going to cover next time. I'm going to show you how to create bias strip. I'm going back to what I said before. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you don't miss out when next live video is going to be on. Because next time, on the 9th of January, next week, we will cover how to make bias strip using Sinamay straw. A really nice technique to learn for trimmings and decorations. So saying that, let me show you some examples of the hats that are made with Sinamay straw. And so the beauty of the Sinamay straw, because it's as a woven fabric, what I said before, it gives the possibility of creating bigger shapes like this. You won't be able to create these kind of shapes with pre-shaped cones of other types of straws, because you really need that flat surface in order to stretch the material of the hat block. So that was the hat I was wearing for Royal Ascot, but it also had some flowers, but I had to take them down for recycle for another hat. But this is the idea, that you can really create massive, beautiful hats. This is another example, also Sinamay straw, quite a few layers with a spray paint. So this is gold and this is silver. Again, this is something that you will not be able to do with other straws because of the structure. This was blocked as a flat surface, and then I manipulated the shapes with the wire. This is another amazing skill to learn, how to work with wire. This is also wire. Next is, well, my hat. Yeah, you've been observing all this all this time. This is peanut bark and few layers of Sinamay underneath. Okay, this is another hat made with peanut bark, ivory base and fuchsia bow. So again, the bow is made of peanut bark and the base is blocked with several layers of Sinamay, and then covered the last layer with peanut bark. So, oh, this is another example of Sinamay straw as a base. Then it has a layer of that chess fabric, Sinamay straw. You see, I told you previously, it's really nice to work with both of these materials. You can see the layer underneath. It's also really nice texture. And then I decorated with tiny pearls there. This is also Sinamay straw as a rolling edge. I have a video tutorial about that. If you go back to my channel and you scroll down, I published this video, I think, a few years ago. It's still very useful, and it can give you possibility of creating really nice decorations with the rolling edge as a leaf or just a straight piece of material cut on the bias. Also here is a rolling edge technique, and bias strip. You see, this is the bias strip. It's covering the edge. And there as well, bias strip, so that if you have a wire here, bias strip covers it and it looks perfect and neat. Okay, the next one, also with rolling edge. You see how, nice it looks with the rolling edge. And oh, this is another, that's what I said, cut on the bias and then steamed. This is another important thing that I should have mentioned. Steam is also important as much as water. So water makes the material softer for blocking and manipulating and like rolling edge and creating bias strips and that, the decorations. Steam, it's also moisture, but also hot. It's heat, and that helps to mold the fabric. We might cover it next time when we talk about other techniques that we can do with Sinamay straw. But as a steam, you can have an steam iron, although it's quite hard because you always have to press the button in order to let the steam go. You can use this. This is a garment steamer. It's okay for Sinamay straws, not really good for other materials like felt, for example, because it's not that strong, but it's okay for some techniques for millinery, for Sinamay, sorry. Or kettle. This is the best, although you do have to be aware that when you open the lid, it continues to boil. So it's not going to stop until you close the lid. So be very careful, because steam in the kettle that comes out of the kettle is very powerful, very powerful. So you have to be very careful. So when you steam, keep your hands at least half a meter above the kettle, and be always aware about the steam direction, because when you move decoration, like for example, when you're steaming the hat, depending how you move the hat, the steam changes its direction. And that's, if you just space out for a second, this is where it's the most dangerous moment, when you can't burn yourself easily. So always be aware. It's very hot, very dangerous, but very efficient. So that's the kettle. Oh, and another thing, if you work with a kettle, never put more than half a kettle water. Always keep half or less, because when you open the lid and the kettle is full, it starts coming out, the bubbles are created and the sparkles of water, so messy business. Always half or less than half water. You can always add more water if you need to. All right, so okay, oh, this is another one, beautiful piece, a halo, quite popular. Okay, I'm just gonna show it like that. This is a Sinamay straw with silver netting on top. So you can still see the Sinamay straw, but the netting gives a really lovely sheen. So this is how you can combine materials, absolutely different types of materials. You just have to be creative, you just have to experiment, you just have to, take the Sinamay straw or other materials, put them together and see what works best. And the more you experiment, the more possibilities you discover. So this is another one, and I'm going to show you this one as well. This one was created for Royal Ask. This is also part of my summer collection. This is Bias Strip, by the way, as a decoration and as a trimming. It's right here underneath. So there are a few different ways of how you trim the edge. It's either you go right on the edge or you're going right underneath, depending how you want the edge to look like. Whether you want the trimming to be visible or you want a clean end right here, and then you put your trimming underneath. This is all little nuances of blocking, which I covered during my in-person courses, where I show how to block, what different types of hat blocks, what's the difference between different trimmings, and so on. But again, the more you experiment, the more hat blocks you work with, the more possibilities you discover. And a few more examples. This is very simple to make, but this is so much fun. This is a fascinator, just like that, very beautiful, very dynamic. This is what I teach during my fascinator hat workshop in person in my studio, and I also have an online video tutorial that you can purchase from my website. And right now there is a sale till 7th of January, so just a few days left. So if you would like to benefit from a discounted workshop, please go to my website. And during this video tutorial, I'm teaching how to block a hat base, like this one, how to make a hat base, how to make bias strip, how to make this fabulous decoration, how to attach the veiling and secure the hat with elastic. And also share a lot of useful tips about the materials, tools, everything you need to know in order to make a beautiful fascinator hat. So yes, this is on my website. If you have any questions, do let me know. I'm more than happy to explain more in details. This is another lovely fascinator hat. This is called Lily Flower hat. And yes, it goes like that. Also really lovely. And the colors could be different. This is also part of my material kits that are available on my website. There's also a discount on this material kit till the 7th of January. So you still have a few days if you'd like to purchase that. So this is the material kit. It comes with all the necessary tools that you might need, a spray bottle just like I have, and pins, a Yuhu glue that is really useful, matching thread, and we also have a hat base with elastic and veil, and we also have different colors of Sinamay straw which you can also choose. So on my website there is a color choice. Many beautiful colors. You can mix and match them together, and I will pack them personally for you and send it to an address that you will that you want me to send it to, and it will come in a little box together with a video tutorial. So you just go online, you put the video on, you will get the link to it, you get the material kit, you open it, and all you need is just a little space and sit, watch, and create. And this is also really lovely learning experience because I'm showing how to manipulate the straw, how to make and stretch the flowers, how to position the veiling, and how to secure the elastic. And at the end, you can create a very beautiful hat. You can do it on your own, you can do it with your friends, you can do it with your daughters or grandchildren. I had so many families with kids coming to my workshop, and I was teaching them how to make this little hat, 8, 9, 10 years old, and they were always making such beautiful hats, and it gave so much happiness to them. That's amazing. So really lovely experience. And also I have this how to make a cinnamon bow, also material kit on my website. It is really lovely with a silver veiling. It can come in any colors you like. It comes with a satin headband though, not this one. And it's also a great experience to learn about how to make this beautiful decoration that you can also attach not just to a headband, you can attach to any other hats that you already have or that you would like to make. So also wonderful experience on your own, with your friends, your kids, grandkids, really lovely catch up together and time spent. So we're going to be finishing for today. We have a few minutes for any questions that you might have. If you're watching this video after it's finished, you can always leave the comments below. And please do let me know how you find this webinar. Was it useful? What other subjects you would like me to cover? If there's anything you would like to learn about, is the structure of the webinar is okay? If there's anything that I can make better, I would love to do that. Anything that you have in your mind and you would like to share, please do. Also, for all of you who enjoyed this video and who find it really educational and you would like more videos, you can support my channel by subscribing to a membership program, which is where it's a private program. Only members can have access to videos that I will post, and those are usually very detailed tutorials about different skills and techniques. Like, for example, I'm uploading videos about how to block a classic felt pillbox hat. It also has a tutorial how to attach crown and a brim together, and I will start uploading more and more and more videos which can be accessible only for members. You can unsubscribe at any time, but I think it might be very useful. Also, there's an option to support the channel. You can also unsubscribe at any time, but it will really help me to keep this channel going and help share this skills that I have. And thank you so much for everyone who joined me today, for amazing messages and for your time. I hope it was useful. I hope it was educational. And please do let me know your thoughts, any thoughts about this tutorial. And I'll see you next week, 9th of January. I think 5 o'clock UK time, but I will let you know, and we'll be talking about, and it will be a practical session as well. We'll cover how to create bias strip using Sinamay straw, and that's it. I'll see you next week. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.